Sempra Energy Trading is a full-service energy and base metals trading company, one of the most prominent in North America. Headquartered in Stamford, Connecticut, and with offices that include Los Angeles, Calgary, Toronto, Oslo, London, Berlin, Geneva, Singapore, and Madrid. Sempra Energy Trading has more than 1,200 customers worldwide. Its customer base comprises most of the major oil, gas, and power companies in North America, Europe, Asia, and South America. Sempra Energy Trading is a wholly owned subsidiary of Sempra Energy, a Fortune 500 energy services holding company based in San Diego, California. Sempra Energy Trading senior management has evolved from Drexel, Burnham & Lambert in the 1980s to AIG Trading Corporation in the mid-90s to where it is today. Sempra Energy Trading markets and trades physical and financial energy products, crude oil and refined products, natural gas, and power, electricity. With the recent acquisition of one of the world's premier base metals companies, originally Metal Gesellschaft Limited, along with its senior management team having 20 years of metals experience, the newly established Sempra Metals business represents increased growth and profit opportunities for Sempra, its employees, and its customers.
The vast majority of our revenues come from putting together transactions with customers, either producers or consumers of commodities. We attempt to ascertain their needs and then put together a commodity transaction which solves their problems and gives us a trading opportunity. So we are a clearly customer-driven organization. We don't carry a lot of risk here, but we do try to take intelligent risks based on what we're seeing our customers doing. Our business strategy is to try to combine the physical and financial commodity markets. And in that respect, what we attempt to do is engage primarily in physical transactions, but to embed various types of pricing or delivery options that we create from the financial markets. And so by putting a package together of a physical and financial product, we're able to give our customers flexibility in their commodity needs. And at the same time, once we execute a combined transaction like that, we then chop it in half. We split off the financial piece and trade that separately, and the physical piece is administered by a physical group. And each of those groups is attempting to make money on their side of the transaction. So essentially, by bundling the business together, we try to create more value for both the customer and for ourselves.
At any given point in time, there are Sempra people trading, be it the Far East, be it Geneva, be it London, be it Norway, be it the States. It's 24 hours, 7 days a week. Money never stops. You want to be part of that? You have to think about it 24/7. This is your career. It's not a job. This is your career.
If you don't have the tools here, you're not going to succeed. And the way to get those tools is you really need to go to the back office, you need to do settlements, you need to do contracts, you need to tie out positions. You have to understand how the transactional part of this business operates.
You have to really be a sponge in this business. You have to absorb as much as you can. You can't have qualms about staying and working for 10, 15 hours a day. That's where you put your time in now, and then you will see the rewards.
Part of the difficulty of working here is that you don't know day to day or even hour to hour what's next, what's coming around the corner, what's coming at you. But that is the type of atmosphere here that keeps people alert. You run scared day in, day out, and you hit the ground running every single day. But that's exciting.
Absolutely, the fastest way of losing your job when you're on the trading floor is to mismark your books. In other words, absolute honesty. If you make a mistake, you have to let people know right away. We're playing, as we say, we're playing with live ammunition. We cannot afford to make mistakes.
Can't be too paranoid. There is so much that can go wrong. There's so many little details to everything we do that unless you're on your guard at all times, you're prone or you're potentially liable to make some kind of error, which can cost a little or a lot of money. But any error is really unacceptable.
Security is of the utmost importance to us here. Nothing is really ever private, nothing is ever really secret. Your phones, your computers, your faxes, all that is part of the company. We back up every day. It's for our protection and your protection.
When you're on the trading desk, you get paid for what you bring in. I think those dollars trickle down handsomely to people who are on the operational side of the business or the non-revenue generating side, which might be accounting or legal or the credit department.
This is the best opportunity you're going to have professionally. Nothing's going to be handed to you, but nothing's going to be held back either. You have to learn this business. We don't assume that you know anything coming in here about our business. We don't expect you to know anything. We do expect you to try as hard as you can and put as much as you have into doing that, into learning what you can, and really making this business your professional life.
When you come in, you don't have to know anything, except you have to have a willingness to want to learn. Because at the end of the day, we are in an intellectual capital business, and what differentiates people's performance is in effect knowledge and desire. And desire is you either have it or you don't. That's not anything that I can really change. But knowledge is something that we're prepared to provide if people show the interest to acquire it. And what I always tell people coming in is, take a spiral notebook, carry it with you everywhere, ask as many questions as you can, and suck up as much knowledge as you can. Because this is like learning a foreign language, in effect. The trading business is just another type of lingo. If you spend 2 or 3 years getting the basics, getting your foundation solidly in place, then you'll be able to speak completely fluently. And you'll master this.
And what's expected is that you will help the company make more money in whatever field you're in, whether it's a support area where you're using your expertise and your talents to be part of the revenue-making process, or whether you're on the revenue side and you're actually originating the business.
Generally, what we found is that in the first year or two, when people come here, that's when they really find out if this type of environment and this culture is for them. And that's when we tend to lose people, because it's not for everybody. It's very intense, it's demanding, there's a lot of pressure, and it's not easy. But for people who have a knack, who like this, who have a passion for this business, right? Because if you want to succeed here, you have to want to do this. You have to really be intrigued by markets and by doing deals and by making money trading. For people who have that passion, I don't think there's any better place than this.
I was working for a security company. Again, I walked in with absolutely no experience. Basically, what I had to do was sit there and just absorb everything there was to absorb. I started on the real-time desk, and we started on the real-time desk, not trading, but just basically supervising schedules. Now, I'm in an area where I'm actually trading, and we've been very successful.
I've been the managing director for the Northeast Gas Group and the Eastern Canadian Gas Group for the last 2.5 years. The way I got there, started in the back office, a lot of inputting, a lot of checking, moved out to the desk, did more inputting and checking, got the opportunity to trade, made some money, which is key. From there, one thing led to another, more experience trading, taking bigger positions, management opportunity opened up. I was the right person at the right time.
Let me tell you what I always tell people when they come in to see me. It's like, hey, I don't care who your dad is. I don't care where you went to college. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care about anything except, can you make money? Can you add value to the company? To the extent that you can add value, we're going to pay you and promote you as quickly as you show the ability to take on more responsibility and in accordance with the value you create. But the flip side of the bargain is that you have to continue to perform. And to the extent that you are performing and adding value, then all those good things happen. But to the extent that this business isn't for you, or things just aren't working out, then generally we try to part as friends. Because part of being a meritocracy is, we turbocharge the people who have a knack for this business, but we don't carry people who can't cut this business.
We are not an asset-based company. So the way we make our money is through being creative, thinking different than our competition, coming up with different trading ideas or a marketing idea to sell to our clients, because that's our only asset, the knowledge of these people, the people that work around you. And the greatest thing about our company is that everyone at the desk is willing to share in their ideas, and we all draw upon each other's experience.
The way things need to be done are constantly bringing down the walls of the way we do it and reinventing ourselves. So since we're in the world of reinvention, in reality, it's the best opportunity for new people. In fact, some of our youngest people have brought upon to the group the best ideas that we wouldn't have thought of.
The market's constantly changing. It forces you to always learn new things. It's a people business, so you're not just talking to banks or institutions, you're talking to customers. There's plenty of socializing that goes on within the company and with customers, which I think keeps it very interesting.
This company is free of politics. It's a flat organization. The chairman and CEO, the president walk around the trading floor. You get to know them. They're not squirreled away in some office on the 47th floor.
There is an open accountability at all levels here, and there is no decision, especially on the trading side, that's sacred. If somebody has a position on it, somebody else wants to understand why because they think it's the wrong position, then we foster that type of discussion here.
Approximately 10 managing directors run Sempra Energy Trading worldwide. They are responsible for managing the business on a day-to-day basis. Sempra is organized on a Wall Street sales and trading model. Within each unit, there is a senior trader, a junior trader, and marketers. This is a standard model used very effectively by most successful investment banks. In addition to the trading desk, there is the back office or operations area, which supports the trading desk and takes care of all settlement functions for the trades, margin functions, and a variety of the different types of operational activities. Additionally, there is legal, credit, accounting, systems, information technology, human resources, mailroom support services, and the NYMEX.
The most successful people at this company understand not what it means to do a trade, but everything that goes on after the trade is done. How the trade gets confirmed, how cash flows get tied out, what are the legal issues, what are the credit issues, and an appreciation of risk generally about the business. And you have got to spend years working on the details of the business in order to appreciate how those details all get put together to make a larger picture of how a trade gets done. And without that understanding, the understanding of those fundamentals and an appreciation of where they can go wrong and how you can lose money in ways that you never anticipated, you cannot succeed here ultimately. And so that's why we encourage people to be hungry but be patient.
College graduates will start in the back office. They will rotate maybe every few months into different areas, but they'll start in the back office so they begin to learn the business. It's a complicated business. It's not easy to learn in a few weeks. So it's better to be calm, to take your time, learn the business well, so that by the time you get to the trading floor, you've got the tools that are required.
One doesn't have to feel threatened that they don't know a lot about options or don't know a lot about futures or don't know a lot about the physical, because eventually you will learn it all and you'll draw on the strengths of some of the other people around you. But it does take a lot of hard work, a lot of motivation, and getting along with others.
There is such transparency in job performance here. And because it's a trading business, you get a report card at the end of every day. So you can't hide. You know, the numbers are what they are. And that's very powerful. Because if you're a great contributor, that comes out very quickly. And if you're struggling, you know, that's apparent to everybody as well.
I think the guiding principle they have to understand and live with day to day is that we are in a proprietary trading business, which means that the information we have in-house belongs to us and doesn't belong to anybody else. And part of what trading is about is to create a competitive edge against the market, and proprietary information is part of that edge. Therefore, if you're careless and you disclose it, whether it's to competitors, to brokers, to friends, whomever, and there's an opportunity for that information to get outside of our house, then we are disadvantaged. And that can compromise the company.
The quickest way for me to lose respect for someone is for them to make a mistake that would cost the company hundreds of thousands of dollars, because that's what you're talking about in these fast-moving energy markets. To not ask a question and cause us to lose a great deal amount of money.
The first rule here is that your calculator, your computer, your telephone, these are all weapons. And we're playing with live ammunition. And if you make a mistake, you can blow us up and hurt a lot of people. And the second rule is, which is a corollary to that, if you're engaged in any kind of activity and you're not 100% sure of what you're doing, something's a little confusing, just stop and ask for help. Just raise your hand and say, get someone who has a little more experience to assist you. Because ultimately, over time, the big mistakes here come when people take a course of action where they're not 100% sure of what they were doing.
Most of the people I work with in management have got families, kids, and all sorts of relatives who they take care of or they spend time with. And honestly, on Monday morning, everybody's talking about what they did on the weekend with their kids. And that gives this place a sense of humanity. We are real people with real lives, but when we are here for a purpose. And that is to make this company succeed.
There are times where I spend more time here than I do with my family. In another way, this becomes a secondary family. You see these people more than you see your immediate family. You can be damn sure we get along real well.
You know, at the end of the day, this is either for you or it's not for you. And that's going to become clear. So just be yourself. If you love this, if you want this, it's there for you. But, you know, if it's not the right fit, you can't put a square peg in a round hole. And so I think that you know, the most important thing in life is, in any area, is for people to do what they like doing. And what we're fortunate here is that we've assembled a crop of intelligent, aggressive, competitive people who are warm and caring, who like doing this.
We don't expect this to be your whole life. You could certainly make that your decision, but we don't put any such constraints on you, and we don't think, I mean, my personal opinions, it's not very healthy to do that. This is a professional life. It should be a piece of your life. Hopefully it enables you to do whatever you want to do in the rest of your life. So we think we're a very friendly company. We have a lot of understanding for personal issues as they arise. We think it's a warm company, but we do separate your professional commitment and understand that it's just one part of your life. But while you're here professionally, we expect you to do everything you can and give everything you can.